It's graduation day for Marcus, a 28-year-old software developer from Atlanta, Georgia. He walks across the stage in his cap and gown, diploma in hand, but the smile is forced. Behind the celebration lies over $85,000 in student loans, a burden that's followed him since he finished college 6 years ago. Every month, Marcus sends hundreds to his loan servicer instead of saving for a house, starting a family, or even taking a vacation. He works overtime, skips dinners out, and still feels like he's barely treading water. This isn't an isolated story. It's the harsh reality for tens of millions of Americans drowning in student debt, a crisis that's quietly reshaping lives and delaying the future for an entire generation. For decades, higher education was sold as the surest path to the American dream. Get a degree, land a good job, build a stable life. But today, that promise feels broken. Total student loan debt in the United States hovers around $1.8 trillion, affecting over 42 million borrowers. That's more than credit card debt and auto loans combined, making it the second largest form of consumer debt after mortgages. Average borrowers carry around $39,000 to $40,000 in federal loans alone, with many owing far more, especially those with graduate degrees. And the numbers keep climbing, even as wages stagnate and living costs soar. Let's look at why college has become so outrageously expensive. In the 2025-2026 academic year, the average sticker price for tuition and fees at private nonprofit four-year colleges sits at about $45,000 per year, while in-state public universities charge around $11,000 to $12,000. Add room, board, books, and other expenses, and the total cost of attendance easily tops $60,000 annually at private schools. Over 4 years, that's $250,000 or more before any aid. What drives these relentless increases? One major factor is declining state funding for public universities. After the 2008 financial crisis and again during economic shifts, states cut support, forcing schools to raise tuition to cover the gap. Administrative costs have ballooned too. More staff for compliance, student services, mental health support, and fancy amenities like state-of-the-art gyms and dorms to attract applicants in a competitive market. Faculty salaries and benefits rise, and the push for smaller class sizes adds to expenses. Then there's the easy access to federal loans. Critics argue that when students can borrow almost unlimited amounts, colleges face little pressure to keep prices down, absorbing the extra money into higher charges, a phenomenon sometimes called the Bennett hypothesis. The result? A vicious cycle where families borrow more to chase the dream, only to graduate into a world where that degree doesn't always deliver the payoff it once did. Marcus, for instance, chose computer science thinking it was a safe bet. But unexpected life events, medical bills, a job market slowdown, left him struggling. Real people like him share stories every day. Young parents delaying kids because payments eat their budget, millennials in their 30s still living with roommates, Gen Z graduates wondering if college was worth it at all. The human toll is profound. Student debt delays major life milestones, buying a home, getting married, starting a family, saving for retirement. Surveys show that over half of borrowers regret the amount they borrowed, and many wish they'd chosen a different major or school. Anxiety and depression run high. Millions report stress that keeps them up at night, wondering how they'll ever dig out. For women and people of color, who hold a disproportionate share of the debt, the barriers feel even steeper, widening inequality across generations. And the crisis isn't slowing. In 2025 and into 2026, millions face a default cliff as pandemic-era protections fully end, with collections resuming, wage garnishments looming, and repayment plans shifting dramatically. Borrowers who once managed under flexible options now see payments spike, forcing tough choices. Food on the table or the monthly due date? Up to 10 million or more could end up in default, risking ruined credit, seized tax refunds, and garnished wages, consequences that echo for years. At the end of the day, this isn't just about numbers. It's about dreams deferred. It's the recent grad skipping family gatherings because travel costs too much. It's the teacher working a second job, exhausted but unable to quit because loans demand payment. It's a generation asking, if hard work and education no longer guarantee security, what does? But it doesn't have to stay this way. Solutions exist. Increase state funding to ease pressure on public schools, cap loan amounts more strictly, expand affordable pathways like community colleges and trade programs, boost transparency so families know real net costs up front, and reform repayment with stronger forgiveness for public service or long-term payments. Competition, through more online options, alternative credentials, or easier entry for new providers, could finally force prices down. The question is urgent. Will we let student debt continue to hold back millions, or will we rebuild a system where education lifts people up instead of weighing them down? Because right now, for too many, the price of a degree isn't just financial. It's the cost of a future that feels increasingly out of reach. What will it take to change course? That's the challenge we all face before another class walks across that stage, carrying not just diplomas, but debts that last a lifetime.